Hi, welcome to the show. I want to start with this for someone. For God damn it! You catch my YouTube at first. Okay. As you see, name of God in different languages. Allah means God. Holly, I'm sorry that all these things mean God. There's only, well, you believe that there's only one God, and that's the names in different languages that they call God. Let's see. Okay. And, Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Keela.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
No, sleepy, but I'm here.
Cool. Hey, what's going on where you're at?
Well, I'm sitting here looking at kitty cats. Let's go with the camera here.
Yeah.
Your sound's a little weird. What's going on?
That's probably my fan.
Oh,
Now? Oh,
yeah.
Is that better?
It's still. What does it say? Oh, we got somebody else here. Hey.
Hey there. Then, is it any better now?
Nope.
Oh, crap. I'll be right back. I'll have to
Okay.
reload.
Okay. Hey, dummy. Come here.
Hey, better now?
No, it's still weird. I don't know what's going on with that.
Shit. Let me check.
It's a little better, but it's like it's got interference in it.
Let me see if I can change my mic here. Maybe that'll help.
Here's my dummy. Say hi, dummy.
Okay. Right now.
It sounds a little better, yeah. I don't hear it. Okay, good.
Okay. Okay.
I don't.
I've been having audio trouble on every hangout, so I don't know what it is. Guess Google.
Google screwing with us just for
Of
fun.
course. Oh yeah. Like the other day, everybody had 0 followers on their Google Pluses. So
What?
yeah, it's crazy.
Well, maybe that
I
was
mean,
the
you
day.
still had the followers. It was a glitch. So
That just showed 0, just to make us all feel bad, huh?
yeah.
Nobody loves you. Go away and eat worms. Here, you have no followers.
I know, right?
Well, maybe that's why I felt invisible, huh?
Maybe.
So I have a lap kitty right now. This is little Domino.
Oh, she's pretty. He looks like, yeah, he's pretty.
Yes,
My feet.
yeah. Say hi, dummy. Say hi, dummy. Hello.
See, she's having trouble staying in. That's happening too. Look, people joining and getting booted out by Google.
Oh,
Also,
weird.
So, yeah.
Well, I was checking out some different things on. So your topic is media, and
Yeah.
I've been reading stuff about the Orlando club shooting, and there were some weird videos of like them carrying people towards the club, and
Yeah, I saw that. Yes.
I'm like, what the hell?
If that don't say this is psyop or false flag, I don't know what does.
Yeah, and the fact that they legalized all the false flags, that's another thing that's disturbing.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, look at 9/11,
Oh my God, yeah.
That shit was, everybody surely knows by now that they were all behind that shit.
Yeah.
Just to pass that Patriot Act,
Yeah, the implosion.
Yep.
The Building 7 deal.
Yep.
Where did all the parts of the plane wreckage go? Just poof.
Turned to dust. It turned to dust. But magically, passports survived.
I know. I think that's the craziest thing of all, right? Molten steel.
Yeah,
but hey.
And like in the Vatican, that dude blowed himself up, but his passport survived.
Yeah. How'd that happen?
I mean, I know. Damn.
Oh, now Harry's with us too. Harry likes to be a star. Say hi, Harry.
Pretty. We had a yellow cat named Tigger. He went wild though. He's off in the woods somewhere.
Oh wow. Yeah, I've still got the little outside kitty. Call him MK. It's either Miss Kitty or Mr. Kitty.
Yeah.
Looks a little like Dami, only more black. Just kind of looks at me all suspicious like.
Yeah.
There was a little blue one out there, a little gray blue. I called Little Boo Boo, and I haven't seen Little Boo Boo for a while. I hope he's okay, or he or she or it.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Because it was just, not even I don't know, maybe 12 weeks or 16, 3 or 4 months. Not very big.
Yeah.
And Ninja's over here sleeping. Let's see here. Here's Ninja.
Oh.
You sleepy? We're sleepy, Ninja Boo. He's a big old baby.
That's what I'm going to say. He's a big boy.
Yeah. Let's get the camera back here.
I know I had camera trouble too. It wouldn't stay in place. So.
Yeah, this one gets knocked all over the place by the kitty cats.
I'm glad the cord over here it moves. So.
Yeah. Well, when I first got it, it said it had this setting for following your face or whatever, but it gets really weird. It's like woo woo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I haven't watched much on the news.
I don't.
I see the things come on Facebook, and it's like, or on here on Google.
Yeah.
I just watched that one about the police brutality from Anonymous, and I'm still trying to figure out what's going on.
I hadn't had time to watch many videos. No videos this morning, but one to.
I think it was Miss Rose Denise that shared it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was about they don't approve of police brutality. Doesn't mean that they don't like any police, but the ones that are corrupt need to know.
Right.
They've been seen and they're going to be watched. And I agree. I mean, I've seen some good. I've seen some good officers, and I've seen some.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, but there's the incident here with my sister. They tasered her, and she was drunk. Her and the boyfriend were fighting, and he called the police, and they came, and she was upset, obviously, and drinking and drunk, and They tasered her. Man, she had them marks all like over her, you know.
Why did they do it?
They
I
were
mean,
standing there laughing at her.
Were they scared
laughing
at her? Oh, that's shitty.
No, they were laughing at her.
That's crazy.
Like you said, they were good ones, you know, and, you know, we're Aryans when that shit goes on, you know.
Yeah.
I just wonder, are they afraid to say anything, or what, you know?
Yeah, we got an incident here. It was in the news, and I think the guy's name was Bullard, a young officer here in the city that my coworkers and I, we just saw like his presentation last year, and he seemed like a really nice person and really trying to recruit young people and doing things the right way. Then now the allegations are that he had an affair with a 19-year-old or something that was in his group, and then his wife sided with some other officers and decided to do him in and accused him of all kinds of abuse, and supposedly he was even abusive to his children because he told him, "Mommy's kicking me out and I don't have any place to go." I'm thinking, well, that's kind of being honest with your kids, and maybe being too honest, but what is too honest, you know? I mean,
yeah, really.
Would you rather just leave and let them think that, you know, he didn't love them or something? I don't know. Suppose she accused him of making her bark like a dog and beg like a dog and stuff, and I'm like, I know people that do.
I read a story the other day about, I think it was Jane Fonda married to Ted Turner, and said their adopted daughter, whatever, she tried to tell her about what went on in their marriage and shit, and she said her daughter didn't want to hear it because she didn't want to think no lesser of her dad. He's for depopulation and crap anyway, you know, all that lovely stuff. But yeah,
my second husband talks about that a lot. He would talk about that and say, you know, there's too many people. What are we gonna do? And I'm like, well, I don't see too many here. I just see we got plenty of resources. What the hell? Why ain't we sharing it?
Look at the U.S., man. Look at all the empty land.
I told him too. I was like, you're the one that had kids. I didn't. Don't blame me. Shit. Back off, dude. Right. He's like, well, you should be able to like replace yourself in the population.
Oh my God.
I'm like, well, maybe good people should have more kids and you know the.
Well, you know that movie Idiocracy.
I don't know if that. I don't know. I'm trying to remember.
Gotta check it out. Yeah.
I feel like I live there. I feel like we live there,
that's
right?
What I was going to say. Yes, we do. We do, indeed. But yeah, it's like you just said. It's the good, smart, good people. You know, they don't have many kids, if any, and the ones that are dirt, you know, they have like 10, 12 kids. You know.
Yeah.
So,
the race to take over the world. Right.
Right. I mean, you ought to check it out, for real.
Yeah. I would, but it might make
me. Oh my God, we're living there now.
We went and watched Independence Day, the new one, yeah.
Yeah.
Last night, and I don't know, it was pretty good. I know a lot of people. I have mixed feelings about the whole. People talk about the one world government and stuff, and I think the human race is one race, and I think people need to get over. It seems like there's so much division going on, and people feel persecuted, and you know they feel like one race is trying to do another race in, and it's like, I don't see that because I see good people and bad people in all of them.
I know, but they want us to think that though. That's you know, like they say, like Grandma always says, you know, they have the solution ready. You know, they cause all these problems, and they've got the solution, and they're going to have people begging for it.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people probably already are begging for it.
And it's crazy. It's crazy, and it makes me so sad. And right when I went and saw. Well, anyway, the movie is about the Independence Day too. Basically, spoiler alert, folks. If you don't want to know about this, just plug your ears right now. They're like, the whole world came together and we're all united against a common threat or whatever, the external threat.
Yeah.
And so everybody was at peace, and that part of it made me happy. I was like, well, that's great, But why is there always some aggressive asshole that wants to annihilate everything? And they were out to steal the molten core of the earth to fuel their shit and fly away. Which I know this sounds kind of funny, but have you seen that one guy that posts, or I don't know if it's a guy or a lady, that posts all the UFOs around the sun? It's like a refueling station. It's like a refueling station, right? Yeah. It's like you see those things and you think, well, that's got to be something that's awful sturdy if it can exist there, and they're moving. They're not just sitting there, and they're not in the gravity. So that's not so far-fetched after all.
What the president or something that said, the one thing that unite humanity was the threat from an alien
Ronald Reagan
cheese or something. Yeah. Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan said that. Yeah.
I wasn't sure, but see, that's like you got to think about the Project Bluebeam. They could fake an alien invasion, and oh, we all need to unite against this, and then they really have some of this technology, and they could make it look like it was real and shit.
I know.
And people would fall for it,
But I know, and I struggle with that because of all the experiences that I've had and things I've seen. I mean, and now they're saying that I've seen videos too that were saying those like the Foo Fighter, the light balls or whatever, are interdimensional. It's like, I don't know, but I wish somebody'd tell me something for real and not just.
I know, really.
So much information out there, and part of it's disinformation.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to cull it out, but anytime I see somebody preaching about divisionism or blaming, one religion or one race or one whatever, I'm like, I'm out. Quit it.
Right.
Again, you're doing the same thing that's been done throughout history.
Exactly.
Us.
Yeah. It's like people blaming the Jews. It's not the Jews. It's the Zionists. Or if you don't even want to call them a name, it's the overseers. That's what I like to call them.
Or the assholes, like that.
Yeah, the assholes. There you go.
the ones that want to say it's all for me and none for you, and
right.
Here, go out and think you're dying for one cause, but it's really something different. Yeah, I see that too, and I was thinking the same thing. I'm thinking, why is it always want to vilify one thing and say it's a whole race of people when I've met people that are Jewish that are wonderful, and I've met people that are Muslims that are wonderful, and I've met people of all races and nationalities that have treated me good.
I don't want to be the asshole here. The problem is with Jews is that they, through their scriptures, believe that they are the only chosen people. And there are Jews that don't believe in that shit, but that's their
brainwashing.
They are the only chosen people. So there are Jews that aren't Zionists and everything, but they're not real Jews. Let's put it that way, man.
Well, and that's the thing.
If you're real, you're condescending to the rest, and that's how these religions work. Jews feel superior to the rest, and the rest is meant to hate the Jews and everything. It's just so that's my problem with this whole shit. There are people that don't believe in that shit, but if you look at Judaism in itself, they believe they are superior to the rest because they're God's only chosen people. So that's no problem.
Well, that makes me sad too, because that's what that lady was saying. That was saying fuck America. That she was Islamic and Allah's the only God, and it was like such a divisive message. And I'm like
I said there at the beginning, some people might have missed it, but Allah means God. I mean, you got to think about it, people. Different languages call God. It's a different word in every language.
Yeah. But everybody wants to fight over it and kill people over it. And she was like, the whole that video was freaking me out because I just saw the Dalai Lama on the last Saturday, and he's like, the basic message of all religions is love, compassion, and forgiveness, and yet and yet people are still trying to kill each other. That means
That
you
is
didn't really get the message.
really nice message of those wonderful Dalai Lama who are Zionists. Okay, let's face it, they are officially supporting Israel. Okay, they are just just another form of psychopathic religious arts, in my opinion. You know, so they say all kinds of wonderful stuff. Meanwhile, they're just supporting the chosen people. You know, he's just playing along, man. Yeah, so we're all look. If you want to talk about it's all the same God, talk to the Pope. He agrees with you. That's why he's pushing this one world religion. You know, it doesn't work that way. You know, they have different beliefs. You know, it's all because of their damn fairy tale that's in their damn book.
Yep.
It makes it impossible for them to unite. You know? It's just,
Yes.
Well, I think if everybody just be nice to each other, we could. I think
there
peace
wouldn't be a problem. You know, if the people have to base it on their book, they're not nice because you know.
Yeah.
It seems like the best way or anything. Oh, Jesus said so. Hey, you know what? Maybe he said it. And then they find another verse where he said, I don't know, beat your children, you know, then confess in the church on Sunday, and everything's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I see problems with that too. I was going to say, you talk about the Jewish people say they're the chosen people. That seems to be like every denomination of Christianity that I've gone to too, when the basic message seemed to be love and not beating people. You know, beating people. If you have to beat people into submission, then there's a problem with your message.
Right. It's like my boys, he spent the night, I've told some other people this, but he spent the night with a friend, and they went to Bible school, but they made him go get saved. They made him.
That sounds like the Inquisition, right? Yeah, it's for your own good. If you can't make somebody do.
No.
It has to be.
It's like we said, it's another form of control and division. Get people to hate each other.
Yeah, because even among that religion, all the different denominations are claiming superiority to the others. Yeah. Oh no, you're wrong. I'm the one that has the right message. Why? Because God told me. Well, how come he wasn't talking to me? Well, you must not be good enough for him to talk to you. Either that, or you're just, I don't know. Anytime the message is division, then I have a problem with it. So, but then I wonder how much of that was I indoctrinated? I don't know. Was I indoctrinated at an early age? Because my original dream was to be a bringer of peace. I wanted to learn all the different languages and talk to all the different people and get everybody to talk to each other and just chill out. I mean, why you gotta fight?
I know I was, man. I mean, we were made to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember being a kid and being cussed and told, get your ass up and go to church.
I don't want to go. You gotta go.
God damn it. I'm thinking, well, you need to go, maybe. Maybe you need to go.
I didn't want to go, man, because like I said before, you know, I've seen through that shit. You know, you read the Bible enough and you see the contradictions in it. Mm-hmm. You know.
Why was there so much killing? Why was there so much killing? That's what I said. I come.
If God is love, why is He killing why is He telling people to kill all these people?
Because it's not the same God. It's not the same God. That's my theory.
Their God.
It was not the same one, and the one that was, I think the one that was about love was not the same one as the one that was killing. That was offing people.
Right.
I mean that was the only thing I could come up with was why would you want to kill all the people, kill all the animals, kill their children, and then if you didn't kill them all, then God's going to strike you dead or you know, that just seemed evil to me. So that was my problem, especially like the whole army of Sennacherib was killed in their sleep, and the horses too. And I'm like, why would you kill the horses? The horses, what part did they have in it? What, you know? I don't think they had a choice in the matter.
Yeah. I just want to say the link to join is below the video. If anybody wants to join, I've got to say that.
Yeah, I was going to say we've been joined and left, and
yeah. Because Jammer says that it's not appearing in the live feeds on YouTube. So,
really?
Yeah.
Too controversial, Becky. We're too controversial.
Yes, sir.
And I agree. The whole chosen people thing is like, you know,
We're all chosen people.
I think so too. If we're all related, I mean, let's face it. If we started out with just the regular story, whether it's scientific or whether it's the religious one, we all started from the same group.
Right.
Or whether it was the UFOs. I was watching that. You know, the whole where the blue eyes come from. You're related to the Anunnaki.
Yeah.
Mine are
it's
green.
like the blood types too. The blood types too. O negative. Oh, you're special because you're O negative, RH negative. Well, I was talking with someone. They're like, well, you know, think about it. Back then, you know, you can only take the same blood type, O negative, right?
Mm-hmm.
So back then, you know, they probably didn't know that, and a lot of people died because of that. That were O negative.
Yeah.
And that's why not many of them survived. You know, it's so rare.
Yeah. Mine, I'm related to the monkeys. I have the positive rhesus factor. So.
Negative.
That's why I love all the animals, I reckon, because I'm in the middle. You know, I don't have blue eyes or brown eyes. I've got green eyes, and so I'm related to both sides.
Yeah.
We're still not showing in the live. Probably just as well.
I think the link's not showing. Let me see if I can put it.
Let me put it
in the YouTube there. So
I'll try to drink my
there you go.
My poison off camera. Since I got in trouble for that before. I wasn't trying to put out any special message. Probably my pre-programming too.
Yeah, we all are programmed to a point. Yeah, like I said, you know, about the church thing. It took a long time to break that shit, you know.
Well, for me, the main message was love and peace and brotherhood, and that's why I went to see the reason I went to see the Dalai Lama is because I kind of lucked into a ticket, and I always liked that. He said, my religion is kindness, because I think, to me, that's what it boils down to. Just don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole. I mean, anybody can say that. And,
it will be. Yeah. Don't hurt other people on purpose. Don't.
Right. And that's what we see them, the elite doing, you know, on purpose. Like in Syria, and they're killing these people just to get their land, get them off the land, so they can rebuild their world the way they want it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I was watching that too. I was watching about how we get tricked into all these different wars.
Yeah.
Over
troops ain't fighting for what they think they are. They're fighting for corporations. Yeah, that's essentially what this country and all countries are, corporations. Yeah.
Our one world government didn't turn out to be the way I wanted it to be.
It never turns out like you think it's going.
I want to just all hold hands and sing Kumbaya. That's what I want.
Yeah. yeah. And we have the UN agenda, the sustainable development. You know, they got media firms uniting and pushing their agenda now. So. Yeah.
I was going to say, and it all sounds good to begin with, just like I was saying about the referendum thing, you know.
Right, yeah.
They always word it so that it sounds like you're getting what you wanted, or you're getting something that you think is a good thing, and then it turns out to be something totally different.
Yeah. Yeah, too good to be true. Usually,
I've never had a referendum about if we're going to delete the elite or not, so there wasn't really ever a moment where it was like felt like a choice that this is going somewhere or something. It's just control opposition, you know, and not even just a lot better, just slightly better, possibly, probably not, you know. It's just.
Yeah, how can the people get control when they give up control? I don't know. I keep thinking about that too, and the fact that, you know, if everybody had good intentions, we wouldn't need any kind of protection or police force or whatever. And I wish everybody had good intentions. I don't know. How do we get there? How do we get people to just stop screwing with other people for no good reason?
Stop watching the TV. That's one thing there.
Well, I did that, but then I still went to the movies. So, and I'm sitting there thinking, what's the hidden message here? What's the hidden message?
That's something. They'll rent a new movie on the whatever Amazon or whatever. And I'm like, no. I mean, because it's all programming, propaganda.
Yeah.
They listen to me about that crap.
But what was it teaching us to begin with? Because here's what I was thinking about. Okay, I grew up watching the Hulk and was David Carradine
genetically modifying people.
And I watched where he was the monk and he was running from the law because he killed this asshole.
Kung Fu, the legend continues.
Kung Fu, yeah. I watched that, and I watched Grizzly Adams, another guy who was wrongly accused of murder and was running from the law. And we had the transhumanism agenda. We had the $6 million man, and he was a good guy who was almost killed, and then he was made into a cyborg so he could work on secret missions for the government to save the world. And then, I was thinking about the theme of all these different people that were fighting against a corrupt system.
Yeah.
And that's what I was seeing. I was seeing these people were wrongly accused, and they were fighting for the right. Even Tarzan.
Yeah, that's part of the predictive programming too,
Yeah.
Look at Star Trek, the communicators.
Yep, and we've got all that stuff.
We've got everything that's on there now, just about,
Yeah, the tablets and
even the one world government,
Yeah, which, like I said, it would be all right if it wasn't run by assholes. So.
Right.
If it wasn't, if people would just leave each other alone. I was thinking about that too, about the laws and all the different laws that we have on the books that nobody wants to take the time to take off, that we know are ridiculous.
Right.
And I don't know why they won't just clean it up, get rid of it. Why do you keep these stupid old...
Control, making more money for them too,
And that too. Why is it all about getting more fees? More fees and more fees, because you've already got the taxes, which was supposed to be used for the schools and the roads and all this, and now you're using this.
They won't keep worrying to death about that money. We don't need money to survive. I mean, we can survive without them. We did before.
Yeah, and yet here,
like David was saying last night, you can't go and trade somebody 2 potatoes for an orange anymore.
No, they've made that illegal.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It is. That's the way it used to be, It is. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Speaking of it, David.
We got some cool things. Let's see. You got everybody's muted. What's up with that? David's muted.
He ain't got no
muted. Susanna's muted.
She ain't got no mic or camera. So
oh.
Hello, testing.
Hello. Can hear you. We can hear you.
Hello.
Right. Hello. Good afternoon to you. I did try logging in with my other account this time because it gave me an option and then it didn't give me that option anyway, so I did try in a new way and I'm still stuck with this picture of myself with the guitar. Never mind about that. I just thought I'd pop in. Just saw you broadcasting. I just finished, came in second place in the chess tourney.
Ooh!
Not too
bad. Not
too bad. Won all of my games. But that wasn't enough to win the tourney, unfortunately. But anyway, so anyway, that's just a game, bit of noodle exercise. Yeah, no, I was just listening in. What do I have to say? Yeah, no, what's it all about? The thing's costing more and more. I mean, everything seems to be about Agenda 21, like Becky was pointing out. Agenda 21 already there, I mean, we're here in Norway. I mean, when you put all the different sort of taxes, different forms of tax all together, we're paying about, approximately 75% back to the state in one form or another. Either it's, well, yeah, this, that, and the other, and then they're coming with the that they want you to pay through the nose for the very air we breathe.
Yes.
And that's your carbon tax, isn't it? And that, when I was a young lad, that was a joke, a sarcastic joke. Yeah, right, mate. One day we'll be paying for the very air we breathe. That used to be a standard sarcastic joke in the pub when I was growing up in London.
Yes, yes.
Right, and then that in itself became something tangible and real. Again, connected, of course, to environmentalism, the fake, in my humble opinion, completely constructed fake load of baloney, CO2 caused alleged global warming, climate change, all wrapped into a package spread all over this planet with sustainable development goals, a control plan of controlling every aspect of our lives, and we can see those statutes being passed by the day. Because I heard somebody mentioning it as well, there's an awful lot of laws around. I mean, a friend of mine in Australia pointed out he reckoned there was over 100 million laws, I mean, for what? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the one that keeps popping up again, isn't it, is the do no harm. I mean, if you just need one law, I mean, do no harm is pretty good. I mean,
yeah.
It covers quite a lot, that. One of the reasons I am not a supporter of the system or any really the form of government really is a lack of transparency. So I never voted because I was already aware of secretive societies involved, being an integrated part of the system for thousands of years, literally. Again, these things aren't theories; these are very real. If people, in my opinion as well, if people really understood or even deepen their understanding of how the system really works, maybe they wouldn't be such a fan of it either. And as a rule of thumb, it's those people who actually pull out the question mark and do their digging who end up more often than not agreeing with you and her and myself and a few others and that sort of thing. But yeah, sometimes I mean it seems pretty hopeless because I mean it's taken 30 years for people to wake up to GMOs, and there's still a lot of waking up to do, but at least more people are aware of it now, and probably mostly because of the alternative, or at least in part because of the alternative media attempts. People pointing out things with vaccines and all these different things going on. I mean, I'm not going to run out with my voting slip when the governments aren't going to be straight about the solar radiation management programs, the spraying in our skies, so on and so forth. That some are still in denial about. They go like scratch their heads and see a puffy trail that expands and haven't quite figured it out yet. But unfortunately, these things are going on without us being consulted. They are blatantly, and I keep saying this, I know I keep repeating myself, but they are blatantly open about their depopulation program, open about their opinion of the world being overpopulated and so on and so forth. And the CO2 propaganda apparatus is part of that a justification, a completely fake justification in my eyes, to then reduce the world's population. And but as far as I'm concerned, the governments have gone too far. They're saying it's straight in your face now. And somebody mentioned the New World Order. The amount of things that are pointing in that direction. I mean, there's even if you go to the something as obscure as the Baha'i religion. If you go to their website, the Baha'i faith website, you'll see that they're also promoting a one world order or a new world order. I mean, it's there, it's straight in your face. But also the population is straight in the face. So if you go to, I keep recommending this as well, to a site called populationmatters.org, and you read the patrons section, find the patrons section, read some of the quotes, and it might inspire some thoughts, I hope, for somebody or other. Yeah, no, I'm no fan of the government. I'm I'm a stringent anti this government. I mean, if there was a truly transparent government that really did have our best intentions, or that we governed ourselves on a more localized level rather than this globalist, all dictating, centralized dictatorship. Then, but there is no transparency when there are blood oaths of secrecy. When you realise, like for example, the amount, the percentage, for example, of police officers in the UK who are Masons.
Yeah.
It's possible to look these things up. I don't know what it is at the moment. I mean, it's been a while since I checked that one, but. And then you look at the Masonic, the square and compass and putting in the middle, which is one of the main symbols for the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. You'll find it on most of the badges, the police badges in the Americas as well. So now we're talking, Masonic police on both sides of the Atlantic. But it's not only that; it's also infiltrated in everything else. And it's not just the Masons. There are many, many different groups and directions and products of Masonry, like religious groups that come straight out of Masonry that people have been. Luckily, I see more people questioning that sort of thing. People, like, I hope to see more ex-Mormons and ex-Jehovah's and stuff coming out. That's inspiring. That for me.
Yeah, the Fraternal Order of Police here in the United States is like it's like a pentagram. It's like a circled upside down star. And I was looking at that. I drive past it on the way home, and I work for local government here now. I did work for the state, and now I work for the city as an internal auditor. So when I was talking about the laws, I'm learning this because that's part of what I'm doing. Is I'm looking at the laws as part of my job to see what's going on, and some of them are just absolutely. It blows my mind that they won't take some of this stupid stuff off the books, and the.
Yeah.
Sorry, my earpieces keep falling out. And the fact that, like you said about the transparency, we're supposed to be moving towards that, and yet there are so many things that are kept undercover. And the fees, the one I'm doing now, I'm looking at all the fees and different things, and talking about free enterprise. We don't have free enterprise. We have you got to get a permit or a license to do just about everything, including remodel your own house or fix it. And I'm thinking, what's this about? Why do we do that? Well, we need the revenues to do this, that, or the other, and. If it were really, like you said, I believed that it was really for our own good and that we were supposed to be doing these things for our own good, and yet the connections there, like you said, the secret societies, there's nobody that's risen to power just about that's not been in one of those societies. And even at the local level, even at the freaking local level, so...
Now, if you're not a club member, you don't have very large chances in getting anywhere in the system, to a prominent position. Why would I say that? Because like you just brought it into me, you might have been insinuating that too. That I mean, if you look at the judges, the percentage of judges that are Masons, the percentage of teachers. Medical doctors, MDs, psychiatrists, psychologists. The list goes on. I mean, it's and religious leaders, of course, as well. And then you have these other groups, which are branches of Masonry as well, like the Skull and Bones, where you get John Kerry and the Bush family, 4 generations of the Bush family, Skull and Bones there, and Yeah, no, it's no coincidence that you see these club members coming to those positions of power. That's the way it works, and like I say, if people were aware of it, that it's that there's no such thing really as a grassroots politician. You might get some tries, somebody giving it a go. They'll usually either be used in one way or another and kept further down the ranks, or so to speak, of the hierarchy, or just basically be frozen out to be replaced by a club member again. And then there's such a long list of secretive societies, like the OTO, AMORC, which is the Rosicrucian Network for the Rosicrucianism today, AMORC. You've got the Knights of Malta, 900 plus years of that now, and the Templars, of course. Knights Templar, and you've got the Council on Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission. There's some very interesting figures turning up, and it's always the same people, isn't it? You've got the same panel of people swiveling around in the background for decades on end, and it's the same thing here in Norway. I mean, especially, it wouldn't surprise me if here in Norway, after the massacre, the Anders Breivik massacre, which I can only say so and so much of because I'm in Norway, removed the next potential generation of young Labour Party politicians. They were youngsters on this island that had a Labour Party thing going on. So anyway, I won't say too much about that. I'm just thinking, was that a move, a deliberate move, to make sure that we're going to see those same faces again for another umpteen decades, So there you go.
No, that's sad. I'd never even thought of that. But now I am. Okay.
Well, you still see people like Kissinger that are over there, don't you? You've got Kissinger and Cheney and Rumsfeld and that long list of familiar faces that you never get rid of. It doesn't matter who you vote for; it's still them because they're the club members.
I know, and that makes me sad too because I'm looking at our whole thing right now, and I'm like, holy shit, we really don't have a choice. And
Exactly.
and leaving the country is not a good choice either. It's like
get rid of them clubs. Get rid of them clubs.
But how do you get rid of them? I mean, they're so entrenched and they're like caricatures. The two sides now are just like
it can be done,
like total freaking cartoons. We'll take and throw potatoes at them, right?
Tomatoes would be better.
Tomatoes.
GMO tomatoes, of course.
GMO. Here.
Yeah.
You eat this crap. We don't want it.
Yeah, and see, I remember thinking that too. All these issues, the GMO issue. I remember thinking about that as a kid. When they first started with it was supposed to be a good thing. There again, it was supposed to be a good thing. It was supposed to be increasing the protein so that people in Africa or places that were under droughts didn't die because they didn't have enough protein in their diet. It was supposed to be the rice and the corn and stuff was supposed to increase the protein so there was more nutrition for people. And then secretly, instead, it was a whole another thing, hidden, just like all those nice referendums that sound like a good thing for you.
Like vaccines as well.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to save lives. Ha ha.
Yeah.
Here's some mercury, which we tell you don't handle that stuff because it'll kill you. Why the hell would you put mercury in it?
You get flu shot, but stay away from people because you're contagious.
Oh.
And I'm thinking, there's a person or two starving to death in Africa, and here's your vaccine. Oh, sorry, we don't have any food for you, but this will help you along. With the depopulation agenda, and Bill Gates and people. These.
Yeah.
All those, and I always wondered about that too. The cameras. How could they sit there and film all that and not give somebody some food? That just, it's heartbreaking. I couldn't watch that. I was like, I can't watch this. It's killing me. Ugh. Can't tell you how many people thought about doing that in the office.
I know.
Have these nice brownies. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. So. But yeah, I've watched that Susan. How do you say her last name? Is it BDO or Bedio, Susan,
Yeah,
that's running for president. I've thought about doing that too, but what do you?
Yeah, but yeah, I don't support any political candidate because once they get in there, they're going to be under control.
Yeah, I was gonna say most of the ones that I admired ended up getting shot, but even there, you find out later some of the things that they did was just like hideous.
Yeah.
It's like shit. The stuff that came out on Kennedy and his mistress that. Oh.
Yep.
Sorry about that. I just knocked my right out. But yeah, that stuff was pretty sad.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody else got something to say? I was gonna say.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I just got up.
I didn't get about 11:30 too.
For some reason, I antiquated your starting time with my part of the world, which I know is not the smart thing to do.
Yeah, that's cool. It's cool. You're here now. We got a late start anyway, so.
Which was just as well, because yeah, it was lazy day for me too. Don't get those very often, but when I do, sometimes I like to take that opportunity to get a little more sleep.
Yeah, it's always nice to be able to do that, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a little gravelly this morning.
No problem. So
Doesn't look like it's...
anything interesting happening that you've noticed?
Myself?
Yeah.
No, nothing I can think of right now. Although I haven't had coffee yet.
Oh.
Gotta have that. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to have that. Have to have my coffee, even though I may end up having to give that up.
Ow. Yeah, you kind of in a habit, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of like if I want to be awake, I need extra caffeine. Or I'd be like these guys over here. Can I aim it in the right place? There we go. Sleeping, snoozing all the time. It would be so nice. I think about that. I think what wouldn't it be nice to actually just be able to, do whatever you wanted every day of your life.
Yeah.
Instead of having to go somewhere where you don't want to go and do something you don't want to do to get money to pay.
Meaning cats have more freedom than we do.
Yes, they do.
Yes,
And that's probably why so many people don't like them. I love them, but a lot of people don't like them, and I think that's why.
Except for the fact that they're vaccinated, castrated, neutered, and chipped.
Well, there is that.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
That's true, yeah.
Excuse me.
We don't have chips, but we did. Yeah, they'd like to go outside more often too, but I'm afraid to let them because of all the bad people. Maybe even in my own family. Oh, what's that?
I'm trying to present and it won't let me. Is it doing it? No, let me do it. Anyway. Yeah. U.S. proposal to Russia. Joint airstrikes on terror groups in Syria if you stop bombing U.S.-backed rebels. They're all on the same side here, See, they're Turkey. Shit.
Yeah, I don't even know. What didn't they say that there was some kind of mass shooting in Turkey or something?
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
Now Bangladesh. It was Turkey just a few days ago.
Oh.
So it's like good grief.
I was having a brief look at the Turkey one, and I'm not saying one way or the other, but it did have some hallmarks. But you know, some hallmarks that might be pinpointed to it being one way or the other. You know what I mean? And yeah, a bit strange. I mean, this is. I'm always suspicious when security cameras at airports have lower definition than your 10-year-old mobile phone video clips. So that was pinpoint to number one. I'm not saying that necessarily means it's a false flag. I mean, one has to go deeper than that. But and there may have been real explosions. But again, you know, you go through. I saw CCTV footage from different reports there, different angles. All of them had that porridge kind of resolution aspect.
Huh.
All of them.
Mm.
You might be better. You might get more truthful news just looking at the coffee grout, you know, at the bottom of your coffee cup, you know, or like doing predicting the future and tea leaves will give you more
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, mainstream media. You've got more chance there, you know.
That's what I was just thinking when you said that, the coffee grounds. I was thinking tea leaves. Yeah, my grandma could do that. She could read the tea leaves. So. Oh wow.
Get the straight dope from your local witch doctor.
I wonder if I can find one of those, an example of. I'll just mute a bit and I'll see if.
He's looking for an article or the video. Oh, that's weird.
What?
No, for a second I saw my mirror image over there flipped. It was weird.
It's Google. Does that.
Ah.
That was because I'm sharing my screen now, and then all sorts of weird things pop up. You just happen to be popped up.
Mirror image, yeah.
Right. I was just bringing up some of these porridge videos that I was talking about, the tea leaf.
Oh, yeah.
I only looked at 3 of them. I mean, these are 3 I looked at, was it yesterday or the day before? Without really going into depth, I'll just see if we can find some of the porridge I'm talking about. Right, oh yeah, this is the part where apparently, right, this is supposed to be, you know, surveillance at an airport. Is that the best you can do?
Wow.
You know, you can afford an aeroplane, you can afford to build an airport, but you had to go like retro tech on the cameras. Like, I think this is more like the Flintstones, mate, on the technology level.
They're from the 1980s.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they do have to cut costs and stuff. You know, that's what I see. That's what I see here, anyway.
Well,
It's about cutting costs. We got to cut the costs. So hey.
Even the cheapest surveillance camera will give you better resolution than this.
Yeah.
It's deliberately fogged down. You know? So that's what I'm saying. I mean, I used to be in the photo branch, so I have quite a bit of knowledge in the image department. You see. This guy, he comes out. Apparently, a policeman shot him. He comes out, throws his AK-47 on the ground. What's the play button? No, it's not working. Okay, yeah, no, it's him. It's PK talking in the background. Though. Okay, and then this guy, and he's on the ground. There goes his alleged AK-47.
Uh-huh.
He blows himself up, and I won't show that part because I'm not into into like doing snuff movies for people. That's not very polite.
That's like the graphic. That's the graphic thing they were warning.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, in just a moment there, he blows himself up, or that's what it looks like. Because anyway, even though we're looking at porridge, it does look pretty convincing.
Yeah.
But, you know, so there's more porridge, but it's not the only angle. I just thought I'd point that out. You know, the type of resolution I'm talking about here. Whoops, wrong thing.
Yeah.
There's another couple of angles in one of these vids here, or a couple of them. Let's see. Try this one. Yeah, we get more angles in this one from the Turks themselves. Well, we get any footage? They drag it out to the end, do they?
Well, they've been caught using footage from years ago, if not a decade or more.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, they have.
It's not a channel I trust either, but I was just getting it for the mainstream. This is supposed to be a sort of alternative, but it's about sort of as mainstream as it gets in a way.
Yeah, the one that was allegedly from Brussels was allegedly from another attack that happened a long time ago in Russia.
Wow. That's.
Yeah, I saw that coming up as well. I can't find the footage here. Where is it? Maybe there's a bit of footage here. Here's something.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's bad.
Let's blow that up. But it's still porridge. Okay, so look, what we're getting here is a completely different camera angle as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but we're still getting the same. I mean, that's not even. Yeah, you could if you make a pinhole camera with and put a sensor on it and get better pictures than this. I'll tell you. Anyway, bang.
Wow.
So that does look kind of convincing. Could be a real explosion. Maybe this is a bunch of crisis actors. Why is a bomb going off behind here? Question mark.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was thinking too with Hollywood movies and special effects, if they do that stuff, it would be really hard to tell the difference sometimes. I mean, because the special effects are so good these days.
And there's so much use of green screen as well. Just that alone, you get people you think they're standing in the street, but you never get to see their feet because when they're doing green screen, keep your eyes out because it is more natural to focus in on the head and zoom in on the head or something when you're interviewing someone, but you keep a keen eye. You'll see that when they're using green screen, you'll often see that the perspective is all wrong. That they'll be using a slightly wider angle lens down on the street level, and in front of the green screen there'll be, although this isn't a green screen thing here, but this is something else going on here. But and then there will be a different lens used sometimes on studio camera. And then there's something in photography that we call compressed perspective. So when you zoom in on something, you get a sort of a flattening effect. You can see that very clearly if you just take a zoom lens, a telephoto lens, right, 200mm plus or something, on a 35mm SLR, and then you just take a picture of some roof tops in the distance, and then you process that picture, and you'll see everything looks really, really flat. And sometimes, if you've got a keen eye at looking at how compressed this perspective is, you'll see that you'll be able to spot easily when they're using masking and when they're using green screen, and there'll be people passing really close by behind the person who's allegedly standing there in the street, and there's no, you'd expect them to almost bump into each other. Whoops! How come nothing happened? And also that you'll see cars passing real close. It's very hard to interview someone on the street next to, driving traffic, right past you. Try making a recording without that car noise coming on the cam, and so in other words the ambient surrounding audio doesn't match up with the video that's going on the green screen behind the person holding the microphone that's pretending to be there, you know. But they use this so much. If only people were aware of that as well. It kind of just shows you what a smoke and mirrors world we really do live in.
Yeah. Well, I remember years ago watching when Gaddafi supposedly bombed one of our the Saratoga, the USS Saratoga. And, you know, I still don't know the bottom line of that, but I know that we did end up bombing him and killing one of his sons. But they showed this ship that was burning on the news, and my first husband was in the Navy, so he knew, looking at that ship, that that was not the Saratoga because of the call numbers, the letters and numbers that are on the decks of the ships that you can see. That's how they identified them. And he's like, that's not the Saratoga. And I was freaking out. I was like, what? The evening news is lying to me? Do they know they're lying, or are they just stupid, or are they lying on purpose?
They know they're lying. Yeah, they're
and
told to lie.
They were like, yeah, here's footage of the Saratoga burning, and we've been bombed, and you know, it was try to get us all angry and upset that they would dare to kill some of our people, so we have to strike them back. And that was one of the first things that caught me, and I was like, oh shit, man, maybe all this stuff my cousins have been telling me all this time is true. And I was thinking, oh no, it can't be that bad. Surely not. Surely we wouldn't lie to our own people. That doesn't make any sense. So
unfortunately it does for me, but yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah, I'm not a fan of that, though. I'm not a fan of lying to it's insulting to our intelligence, and I know that not everybody, what do they say, the average IQ is like, I don't know, 100 in America, in the United States, and that's not the most brilliant in the world. However, it's insulting that they don't even trust us to tell the truth, you know?
Right.
So. Oh, yeah.
I would take the time to say hey to the chat, right? Hey Murph, Jammer, Fuck, Dragonfire, Enchanted, Firecat, King9, Black Dreamhawk 2, and Susanna. And Mr. X-Man Rules. Hey guys. And Lisa Sargent as well. Hey guys. The link's below if you want to join. Okay, here we go. Shh. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm reading the chat now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a pretty good turnout this afternoon.
Yeah, I know. For a Sunday on a holiday weekend.
Sunday's the stay-home day for me today. I should be cleaning, but you know.
Yeah.
I'd rather be talking instead, or snoozing like these kitties over here.
I know mine didn't want to let me get up this morning. So, every morning.
I'm telling you need more sleep. You're sleep deprived,
Yes.
Mom. Stay here.
Yes, yes. And even when I'm trying to draw, I'll have my book out or paper, and she'll come lay right. She'll get on my lap and lay right out on it. Look at
Aw.
me.
Yep.
Yep.
Lately, I've had him walking across the keyboard here. That's
She'll
some kind
do
of
that.
commentary. You're spending too much time on there.
Yep.
Yeah, I got tickled about that the other day, thinking about. I was talking to my best friend. We do our running around on Saturdays. Going to the grocery,
Yeah.
try to do something fun, but usually we end up doing a lot of chores. And we're talking about the fact that you've seen that one thing, right? Introverts unite in your own homes,
Yes, I
right?
saw that.
I was like, that's so perfect. I was thinking, yeah, that's me. And yet I want to be social, and I need socialization.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like that. Those are two. They seem like they're opposed, and yet that's the way it is. I was looking at all those old tests that I did back when I went to college the first time. All the interest inventories and the trying to find out what type of person you are.
That's what they do. They put you in a box.
Yeah, the profiling.
Yeah.
The self-profiling for the sake of my government, so they can
Yeah.
figure out who it is they're dealing with, right? I'm a social introvert. I hear giggling. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, they're playing games.
I'd like to have a ping pong table or a.
Yeah, we
Or
had one when I was a
badminton.
kid. We had one when I was a kid. That was fun.
Yeah, my school had one. I remember playing that. I could do that. I couldn't play any of the hard contact sports though. The ones that required too much coordination were just beyond me. So
I was good at softball, but when you get to junior high, that's a popularity contest. If you're not popular, you don't get in the club. So
I think
didn't get in
every
the club.
sport was. Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't make it in any of the clubs.
I didn't either.
Was that-
I didn't really want to after that. I'm like, well, fuck y'all,
Exactly. Exactly. Who says I want to be in your stinky club anyhow?
Even in the band, it was kind of like that too.
Yeah. I do wish I'd have kept my instrument from band. I really do. I regret that because I enjoyed that more than just about anything. I was looking at
Yeah.
your pictures too and different artwork, and I told my friend I want to start doing more with art, just to
Yeah.
for my own benefit, if nothing else.
Right.
Because all this
No, I asked what instrument was that?
saxophone, E flat, alto sax.
Well,
Cool.
you should just get
All
another.
right on.
You've got
Yeah,
to- How can you live without a saxophone?
Well, at the time, it was, the poor kid was in band, so the band instructor bought the instruments, and my family was supposed to pay for it. And I was embarrassed because I don't think they ever made a single payment, and I was afraid that I was going to be extremely embarrassed when they came to take it back. And
Yeah.
I've priced them since. And looked like online and Craigslist and different things. The cheaper places, but they're still expensive. So
Yes, they are. Well, see, my boy plays the trombone, and we had to do what you just said. Yeah, and we didn't. We were supposed to pay, but man, no money to pay. You got so many fucking bills. You can't.
Oh, I know.
It's either pay your bills or this. That's the way they got this shit set up. We worry all the time about shit like that.
I know, it's irritating. That's why I often look at the cats, and despite the fact that they're fixed and inoculated, I think, if they live with me, they got a pretty good life. Some of them don't have such luck.
Yeah. I know there's a colony of feral cats there in town, and they went and they helped them. The kids at the college and stuff, build them little shelters and stuff.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. Got them medical care and stuff. So
yeah, I'm feeding. That's how I adopted most of mine. I'm feeding the ferals. Yeah.
They feed them too. So. Yeah.
I could probably buy a saxophone if I didn't feed all these cats, but on the other hand, makes me feel.
That was nice. I got a
you.
violin, but it needs strings. I
Yeah.
can't play it through. I can't play it through. I heard it at a yard sale like 2 years ago. I still haven't got it fixed.
Yeah, I was looking at the different things. The little, what was it? Somebody made the finger harp. They made a piano.
Yeah.
That little, just with the little, and it sounded
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that was my favorite things, was sitting around a campfire or something, or sitting around with a group of people just hanging out. My cousins would start playing guitar or something, or playing music and singing. Now I sing to my kitties.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
He said his Google crashed.
Aw.
Yeah, that's been a lot of people's problems when they on Hangouts. It crashes. And like Susanna tried to get in like 5-6 times before she finally was able to stay.
Oh, wow.
Lord. Hang on, I'll get it. Need the link. There you go.
Yeah, I started thinking about getting an instrument again when I sit there and look at the people out on the street corner sometimes just playing, or I go through the arts garden downtown and people are playing. And I feel slightly envious. I'm like, wow, I could be doing that instead of doing this.
Can't do that here. You can't do that here without a permit.
Oh well, they probably need them here too, but they don't always catch them.
To do anything, just like at the farmers market, they have to have a permit to sell their stuff.
Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, that's what I was saying here, because that's my current audit is the agency that oversees all the codes, right? The code enforcement. Right. So I'm like looking at all these codes, and I'm like blown away that you have to have, and it's all in the name of protecting people, right? You know, well, we have to protect people from.
$35 will protect anybody.
Yeah, $35.
And a little piece of paper.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like getting your license to drive.
Yeah.
You know.
Cracks me up. Yeah, you're not really free when you have to have permission to even drive.
No, I know.
Yeah, you got a point there. Yeah,
hey,
but
man,
you protect people from those crazy drivers, you know.
but one of the few things you don't have to have a license for is having kids, and that's probably coming soon.
Probably so. They don't have to worry about me though. I'm out of the gene pool except for the rest of my family. They're procreating in place of me. So, like my mother said, her grandkids were all cats, dogs.
Man. But yeah, when I was a kid, like I said about the farmer market, you know, you could just set up a little stand on the side of the road and sell your stuff.
That would be free enterprise.
No
that would
problem.
be. That's free enterprise. Yeah.
But now they come. Give me my money.
Yeah. It's illegal. We're gonna shut you down. We're gonna either you didn't get your permit, so now you're gonna have to pay us lots and lots of money.
Yes. And
it seems the opposite of the way things ought to be when you talk about in a society that's supposed to be free enterprise. Sure. Or to fix your house. I mean, I don't really understand that. Why you would need to go pay somebody money in order to fix your own house, or remodel it, just seems insane, you know.
Yeah.
Some people are starting to tell them to buzz off.
I don't quite. Yeah.
Yes.
Well.
Yeah.
I'm seeing what happens though.
But not enough, because, like you said, you see what happens to them.
Well, evidently there's this festival in New Hampshire that I know of, and last year I remember seeing it on one of the police accountability channels. They showed up to start wanting to permit, people selling stuff and lunch wagons and stuff, and they told them to go piss off. Actually, they sent two big guys out in a intimidating sedan, and They just ran them off.
Wow. Mm-mm-mm.
Because that's all they were there for, was to collect money.
It's like Debbie said, they're a mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're governments.
Hey, why do you think the government was so good at writing up the RICO Act? They know
Yeah,
all about
yeah.
it.
Exactly. Yes.
They practice it every day.
Oh yes.
They got their enforcers, and then they got their hitmen if you don't want to comply. And
Man. Yeah, I was looking at this one. I think it's the website All Day or something. Somebody posted something on. I think it was. I saw it on Twitter first, and I was checking out the website. They've got all these articles on things like when they poisoned the booze during Prohibition, what the federal government here in the United States did.
Yeah.
Come up with a bright idea to let's put poison in it, and that'll teach them. Like we're killing our own citizens, and what the hell, you know? And then it was the CIA experiments, and then the radiation, the mind control, and the radiation experiments.
Ongoing.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's kind of a joke that my one kitty outside is MK, right? So.
Oh my God.
Little MK kitty. I hope I'm not an experimental subject, but damn, I wouldn't be surprised. So, thinking about, I mean, I grew up down there where they were doing all that stuff with the putting plutonium in people and pregnant ladies and stuff in Tennessee, and
Yeah.
just to see what it would do. Let's see what happens here.
Shit.
Let's think these poor people are going to die anyway, so let's just go ahead and experiment
Let's
away.
infect these people with this virus. See what happens to them.
Yeah, and then freak out. And
Yeah.
I think about too, like I've said before, I remember seeing that they said vials were missing from the CDC in Atlanta in the 70s.
Yeah.
Not too long before AIDS happened, and
Right.
I'm thinking,
Well, that was on purpose. All that stuff is on purpose. You know.
and they've recreated the flu of 1914 or something, the Spanish flu that killed so many people. Killed so many people here. For some reason, they had to recreate that shit.
Well, population control, population reduction. You know. That's
I cannot think of a single good reason to do that. You know, it's not like Jurassic Park or something. I mean, that'll be next, right? Let's recreate.
Yeah, they already started doing that crap. I've seen an article somewhere. I can't remember where, it's been a while, but yeah, they found DNA they could use to recreate some kind of dinosaur. I'm like, oh fuck.
Well, I hope it eats the evil people instead. You know, can we do that? Can we genetically modify them to only eat evil people? And
yeah,
then I'd be all for that.
The evil ones are the ones making them. So
yeah.
So,
who was it? Somebody said they were putting in a kill switch and all. I think it was one of our interns at work was telling me that they were thinking about putting a kill switch in all the robots now, just in case they were to turn on people.
Well, shouldn't they have done that anyway to begin with?
Well, I don't know. Part of me thinks that, you know, if you get, I don't know, if they give them ethics, that's a good thing. If they don't,
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what they
like
should.
look at iRobot, the iRobot movie.
Yep.
That one went totally against them. It's like, you know, I'm doing this to y'all. Humans are destroying yourselves, and I'm only doing this to protect you.
Yeah.
You got to stay in your homes unless we say you can go. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. For your own good.
Uh-huh.
Like they tell us nowadays, it's for your own good.
Or
I was
if
going to say this.
Or if they want to move you out, it's like, when did I ever tell you you could tell me when I had to leave?
Mm. Yep, I was going to say that's the whole government's thing, isn't it? For your own good. So. But yeah.
It's outside, you know, how they do them. God said, this is our land, so you have to leave.
Yeah. Or we'll just kill y'all. Your sound's good. Sounds good.
Sound off again?
Yeah.
Crap. I'll be back again. I'll be right back.
Okay. And now I see the Pink Panther, right? So totally. That's a good segue.
Funny.
Is that better?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Fuck you, Google. I have to say that. I'm sorry. No, I'm not.
They can't do you on the copyright. That's me playing the music, right? So if they try it on, you say it. You point the finger at me, and then you can send it to me.
That is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah. So do they actually do that? I mean, I was wondering about the copyright thing when I was.
Yes.
It's like you're allowed to play 30 seconds, and that's it, of any copyrighted material, or they'll pull your video.
Okay.
Oh, no,
So,
you just have to go through the process of them. You appeal your first appeal, then they deny you, and then you send in all your information and your appeal again, and then you wait the 15 days for them to decide if they're going to sue you, and nothing ever becomes of it, and then you get your video back.
oh.
I've actually won against the BBC and other big
Oh, wow.
outfits like that. Yep.
Really? I need a timer, right? 29 seconds. Whoop, stop. Can you do it repeatedly? Can you do it repeatedly if it's just short clips? I mean, is that a way to get around it?
That's why I keep muting, because they're playing some kind of dance thing and it's playing music.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah.
Well, more often, myself, I just fight it just out of the sheer point. I'm not making money off of it. I'm not stealing anything from anybody. You know, there again, if they feel I've copyrighted their material, serve me with a summons.
It's like I made a video where I used to work as a bird. I worked by a lake, and the outside speakers at the restaurant was playing a song. Anyway, you could hear the birds and hollering and everything, but that music, you can still hear that music. They muted my audio on the video.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's what I said. I said, I don't make any money off of this. Well, it don't matter. Blah, 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 blah. I don't remember what else it said.
Well, it doesn't matter. Every word that we say has been said by somebody before, so what the hell? I mean, seriously.
Yeah, I know.
Tweety birds. I hear Tweety birds.
I think that's on that game.
You're just talking about birds, now they're playing birds.
You know they're going to copyright the birds.
Yeah. Every like I said, every word we say, they could copyright every word we say, and then you'd just be like, oh, you can't say that.
Video said that they got them for what was it? Some kind of article they used or something? Or no, a website.
Oh.
Some website, and they got a copyright strike over it for using, like screen sharing the shot of the website.
Oh my
I
God.
think that's what it was. But yeah, they're getting really tougher on that shit now.
Well, that's where you got to push back and fight it. I think there should be penalties for these people that file these false claims. If, like I said, if you're not making money or stealing something from them, and they file a claim against you and get your video taken down, there should be penalties against them. But you know that ain't gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah, that's the people that just screw with other people for no good reason.
Yep.
Not good, not good. Guess they have nothing better to do with their lives. Must be kind of miserable.
Yeah, but if you're just making a compilation of pictures of some band you like, I mean, if anything, you're giving them that band free advertising or whatever.
Free publicity, yeah.
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 What, kitty? Is your CP?
He's looking at me with one eye. Ninja's looking at me with one eye. He was stretching. Yeah, I got my kitty shirt on today. Here you go. I got one for myself and one for my best friend, world's best cat mom.
Oh, that's cute.
Very cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not true, but it was cute, right? So I love my kitties, but probably not the best cat mom.
It's hard to be a good mom.
Yeah. But the shirts were too adorable. I think I'm going to have to go and have some lunch, late lunch.
Mm.
At least we have our own media now, huh?
Huh?
Talk about media. Talk
Yeah,
about
that's
what's going on, and
yeah. We are the alternative media.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I do see them. I do see them out on the street sometimes here, actually filming with the news. But I noticed years ago too that certain things are left out of the news altogether, like things that would happen in my neighborhood when they had things happen. I'd be thinking, we don't count. What's the deal with that?
hey, yeah, it's like here, man. You know, they leave out a lot of stuff, but yet they've got a whole page dedicated to court news,
Yeah.
gossip. You know, who did what and who got what for it. You know, so that's they want you to talk about everybody else, and you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, yeah, that's like in my small town.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
Crazy.
want to mess up in a small town.
Oh yeah, I grew up in a small town. I got out. Now part of me's like, geez, I wish I could go back to the country again. Dang it. And everything was messed up. It was like Peyton Place, the old Peyton Place. So
Yeah.
my mother liked that Harper Valley PTA song. That was her her favorite at the time. So
Yeah.
But anyway, it was good chatting with you, and I will talk to y'all a little bit later on.
Okie dokie.
Pet all the
All
kitties for me.
Jordan.
I will
See you
do
later.
that. All right.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. I'm also got. I'm a tournament is starting here, which I'm joining. So
Okay.
I'm going to say thanks for now. See you next time, maybe.
Goodbye,
See you
Dave.
later.
Bye for now.
See ya.
Nice to see you.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And links below if anybody wants to join. So, we probably be closing out here pretty soon. Though.
My neighbors are fishing right now, and as soon as they put the bait in, they're catching a fish.
That's like yesterday. I was over there, man. If I'd have had a fishing pole, I could have caught a catfish. Man, he was like this.
Wow. You just need a couple
Yeah.
of those.
There was two of them that big, actually. So,
Makes up. Yeah, they're getting little sun perch.
people still having trouble getting in. Thanks. Who's got the wind? Is that you, Dave? The wind chimes?
Oh, really? You can hear that?
I can hear them, yeah. Cool.
You don't have any at home?
No, no.
Really?
I had to have some wooden ones, but they don't chime like that. They,
They're very calming.
yes, they are.
Yeah, the set I had were real loud. To take them down.
Yeah. Hmm.
Were they tube type?
Yeah,
Were they a very wide diameter?
yeah. The tubes were like 1 inch or 1.5, but yeah, it was at least 2 or 3 feet tall.
Also, they had a real deep tone to them.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. They were tuned. You know, yeah.
It's like I can stand outside my yard and I can hear my neighbors up the hill here,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, mine are loud.
because they're like, yeah, what you got?
Yeah. Yeah, Berkshire Brothers. So it was, oh, the local grocery store was selling.
Oh.
But yeah, I can't have them and be on a hangout because they're too loud. That's why I took them down. And then we kept having storm after storm, 3 floods in a row. Things are just now dried out. But now it's like 95 degrees and 80% humidity. It's hard to be outside.
No, it is here. I went out when I got out.
Yeah. Yeah, I was checking out all the lots that work Eric's done. He's put in septics and water and electric on 4 of them. And he's had to just slam them out because you rent the equipment, the trencher, but you only get so much time, so you have to work super fast. So. But it's almost all done.
Yeah. Well, I guess nobody else has anything to bring up. We're going off air here. Anybody got anything to say? Anyone?
No, I can't think of any.
Okay.
Stop drinking the Kool-Aid? I don't know.
Have a happy
Right
4th
on,
of July.
right on. Yes. What? A 4th of
Lots of firecrackers.
July.
July. We feel independent.
It's not independent. Yeah, let's not even get into that. That's a long, drawn-out subject. I mean,
Time to talk
really
for an hour.
We're not right. We're not even really a country. We're a crown colony, so yeah, it's a joke.
For one
It's
day.
a joke. Yeah. So anyway.
Wake up, everybody! Wake up!
Snap out of it.
Smell the firecracker gunpowder.
Yes. Okay. Well, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Peace, love, and help each other.
Oh, help
Bye.
each other. Feed the
Have a
homeless.
safe weekend, all.
Yes. Feed the homeless.
Drive careful.
Yes.
Golly.
See you later.